Welcome to Metal Planet, a place where every metal subgenres are celebrated, from mainstream to underground bands. I am Max Gray. I've got another banger list of new releases for you this week, albums that will come out on August 15th, 2025, so buckle up, I got you, let's do this. The new Incite record, Savage New Times, is a highly anticipated album. Incite is a band featuring Richie Cavalera on vocals. He is the stepson of Max Cavalera, the former Sepultura frontman and current member of Soulfly and Cavalera Conspiracy. Richie previously appeared as a guest on the Cavalera Conspiracy song Black Ark, in which he did a really good performance on vocals. While not exactly the same, there are some resemblances between the music of Incite and the material of Soulfly and Cavalera Conspiracy, like ferocious riffs and barbaric sounding vocals. If you like the music of the current Max Cavalera projects, there is a good chance that you could enjoy the music of Incite. It's a good blend of groove and thrash metal with a little bit of hardcore flavors. If you're interested about this album, try the track No Mercy, No Forgiveness, it's crushing. The band Warmen, featuring the former Children of Bodom keyboardist Yanni Warmen and the current Ensiferum vocalist and guitarist Petri Lindroos, will soon unleash the album Band of Brothers through the label Reaper Entertainment. This record will be a collection of 11 tracks, and it will feature a melodic sound with a notable presence of keyboard parts, wordy guitar solos, and a slick guitar playing overall. Another thing I noticed about the band's new songs is that the material has a good clear sounding production with the different instruments sitting well in the mix. The album's first 10 songs will be original compositions, while the last track will be a cover of the Stratovarius song The Kiss of Judas. There will be 3 more death metal records in this next round. Fire Upon Your Lands will be the 15th full-length record by Unleashed, a band that is a part of the Big Four of Swedish death metal alongside Entombed, Dismember and Grave. With this album, expect lyrics about the Viking culture and the Norse mythology. The formation Grand Cadaver, featuring the singer Michael Stan of Dark Tranquillity and the Halo Effect, will also release on August 15th a 4-track extended play titled The Wrath Beneath. Compared to the music of those last 2 bands, this EP will have a sound that is closer to old-school death metal than melodic death metal. Tales of Tragedy by Call of Charon or Call of Charon, I'm not sure how to pronounce this name, will have a brutal sound with intense harsh vocals, drumming and riffing. Last week there was a record by the current Megadeth bassist James Lomenzo. He released the album Lucky with his side project Firstborn. This week it is David Ellefson, the former Megadeth bassist, that will release an album. He will drop Unbreakable with the band Ellefson-Soto, also featuring the singer Jeff Scott Soto of Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Unbreakable will be the second Ellefson-Soto record following Vacation in the Underworld. According to Ellefson, Unbreakable will be heavier and more personal than its predecessor, and the title of the album represents the act of moving forward in life and keep making music through adversity and challenges. In addition to featuring Ellefson's bass playing, the album will be notable for its catchy riffs and good melodic vocals. The 7th, 8th, and 9th releases in today's list are by the bands Martyr, Dewichor, and Justice for the Damned. They are Dark Believer, No Tomorrow, and Stay Relentless. The first one, I have to say, has a really cool album cover. I like the wraith-like figures and the blood red roses. This record will have a sound that is a blend of classic heavy metal, speed metal, and power metal. The instrumental side of the band evokes the music of Judas Priest, while the vocal style is reminiscent of both Rob Halford and King Diamond. The second record will be the debut album by Dewichor, a black metal band from Russia with a cold sound that has atmospheric nuances. The last record by Justice for the Damned will be abrasive with a healthy dose of stomping riffs and breakdowns. Patriarchs in Black is a duo featuring the drummer Johnny Kelly, formerly of Typo Negative, and the guitarist Dan Lorenzo of Hades and Vessel of Light. Next Friday, they will release their 4th studio album, Home. It will contain doomy riffs played on the electric guitar. The album will also have southern rock influences with some acoustic guitar passages. Strings will appear in some tracks in the album, which is unusual but interesting for a doom metal record. Another thing that is interesting about Home is that it will feature many guest vocalists with different vocal styles. So on this record you will find everything from soulful clean vocals to death growls and even rapping as well. The Call, the lead single from this album, has an addictive, mesmerizing vibe that draws your attention. After listening to this song, I had to listen to it again and again. On August 15th, 2 compilations and a reissue will be released. The first 2 are box sets by the legendary Floridian old-school death metal bands Deicide and Obituary. Children of the Underworld will include all the Deicide albums that were originally released by Roadrunner Records, namely Deicide, Legion, Once Upon the Cross, Serpents of the Light, Incinerate Him, and In Torment in Hell, as well as the demo collection Haman Feasting the Beast and the live album When Satan Lives. Godly Beings will include the first 4 Obituary studio records, Slowly We Rot, Cause of Death, The Incomplete, and World Demise. Although Obituary has released good albums since, I think that those first 4 records represent the golden age of the band. The last album in this round is a 30th anniversary reissue of the 1995 Van Halen album Balance. This expanded edition will include the original album in a remastered form, along with a selection of B-sides and live cuts. This week there was a really good selection of titles, so there will not be 1, not 2, but 3 Metal Planet albums of the week. The album of the week number 3 is Bright as Blasphemy, the upcoming 10th studio album by Chevelle. Over the years, this formation participated in many high-profile tours like Ozfest and Music as a Weapon. Bright as Blasphemy will be the first Chevelle release for Alchemy Recordings after the band split with its longtime label Epic Records. The new album was self-produced by the band members, a move the Chevelle drummer Sam Lowfleur described as one of the hardest things the band has ever done. The album will contain vocals that are reminiscent of Maynard James Keenan of Tool and lyrics about internet conspiracies and doom scrolling. I think that the first 2 singles from this album, Rabbit Hole and Jim Jones, are really good. That's why the record was chosen as one of the albums of the week. The album of the week number 2 is Darkness by the German band Mono Inc. This band generally plays mid-tempo songs with a dramatic ambience. In Darkness there will be interesting melancholic keyboard sounds, cinematic strings, and a guitar playing that puts an emphasis on power chords. The lyrics will be in English and German. The thing I like the most about the music of Mono Inc. is that there are both male and female vocals in the band's songs. In the mix, the male and female vocals are often placed on top of each other instead of one after the other. The difference between the lower and higher vocal styles creates, so to speak, a cool Beauty and the Beast effect that is enjoyable. If European Gothic castles had house bands, Mono Inc. would be perfect for the job. The number 1 album of the week is Colossal by the Danish death metal band Beast. This record was produced by Tu Madsen, who previously worked with bands like the Black Dahlia Murder and Evan Shall Burn. As I had never listened to the music of Beast before, it's the album artwork that initially drew me in. It reminds me of the cover of the album 9 by Merciful Fate. When I listened to the new Beast material, I was impressed with the quality of the songs. What I particularly liked is the band's adoption of the Death and Rose sound by combining the death metal vocal style and intensity with hard rock rhythms and melodies. The track King of the Sun is a perfect example of that. I don't want to talk too soon because Colossal hasn't even been released yet, but based on the songs that are currently available, this record already appears to be one of the top death metal albums of 2025. So those are the releases for August 15th. This week is loaded with death metal releases. If you like that metal subgenre, you will have a lot of records to choose from. If you like to stay updated on the new heavy metal and hard rock releases that come out each week, smash the like button and subscribe to the Metal Planet channel for more heavy music related content. As always, tell me in the comments what album or albums are you most excited to listen to this week. For a more complete list of the titles that will come out on August 15th, check the description section of this video. I thank you for watching and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers!